Hey, what's going on, guys? So, man, something came in the mail for me from Retrofighters, which, if you don't know, I've had a pretty long standing relationship with, and it is awesome. I've been waiting for something like this for a while, and I want to tell you a little story about why I've been waiting for something like this for a while. First off, what we're reviewing today is the Hunter controller for the Xbox, the original Xbox. It also works for Switch and PC. But, you know, for those of you who have been watching the channel for a while, or maybe haven't, you know, the Xbox was that console generation. That was my console. Like, I got a PS2 later on, but the Xbox was it. And, man, I used to think it was really cool with the Xbox how it had, like, the breakaway cables, so you didn't pull that massive beast off the shelf. And, you know, also the cables were quite long, but later in life, I got these really dope Logitech wireless controllers. And I loved them. They were so cool. And like I said, at the time, you know, 360 wasn't out yet, PS3 wasn't out yet. So like wireless controllers weren't really like a big deal. Like they had them, you know, previously, but like those were great. I will say that I really like those controllers, and I got rid of them, you know, one day. But you know, now this is out, and I really want to kind of test these out because those were so good. So without further ado, let's do a little bit of an unboxing and some gameplay testing of the Hunter wireless controller from Retrofighters. So once again, I do want to thank Retrofighters for shooting these out to me for free for review. And you know, like I always like to say, with free stuff, this obviously is going to be, you know, my own feelings on it. I'm not being paid to do this, but these were free. Just wanted you guys to let that be known. But you know, so these are the two controllers they sent me. They sent me a black one, and they sent me the cool green one, which I have the green transparent Xbox. So this is going to be the one that I'm going to open for you guys. I just wanted to show you that they had, you know, they had sent two different ones. But you know, like always, the boxes are pretty nice. You know, they have a little hang tag on them. That little annoying sticker you gotta cut to get into it. It's not really, I mean, you know, annoying for most people. Just I never want to tear the box, so I'm always trying to be real careful with this thing, and the sticker makes it a little challenging. Come on now. There we go. Beyond the back, you know, it just talks about everything, you know, about it. USB-C charging, accurate D-pad, wireless rumble, black and white shoulder buttons, Hall effect analog sticks, no drift. I like how they put that specifically. But yeah, I mean, so let's check this guy out, because I have been and am pumped. So put that aside. Let's see how to open this bit. Oh, it's from the side. Interesting. Alright, so we have the everything. We have the everything. It all came out. So, USB-C charging cord, no brick. These things never come with a brick. Little instruction manual, quick start. So it tells you which LED is what, which button does what, how to pair for the Xbox. Just plug in the dongle, press the middle 3 arrows button, and it will connect. For the Switch, make sure Switch or Pro wired communications turned on the Switch system. Plug in the USB wireless dongle. Press the 3 buttons. For the PC, plug in the USB wireless dongle. Press home. You know, blah blah blah. Facts and notes. So not much there. Here is the dongle. I'm imagining. I don't know if it's 2 different ones or one. That's kind of nice. Oh, that's cool looking. So here's the Xbox dongle, and then also inside is the USB dongle. So, and it's cool. They're both green to match the controller. This also has a USB-C to it, which is, oh, so you can plug this into the Xbox and then I'm assuming USB-C out to the controller. Kind of neat. I like how this looks though. This thing looks really slick. It's kind of a bummer that you can't plug in a memory card, I guess, if you're wanting to use one of those. If you know, the memory card is like the Dreamcast, it goes into the controller, but still. And here is the controller. Wowie zowie. So first of all, very comfortable for sure. Ooh, I like the responsiveness of the joystick, like of the, not joystick, the triggers. Has a good go to it. Real clicky here. All the buttons feel good. D-pad's alright. We'll test it out. I do like the buttons. So I actually thought about this on the PlayStation 2 controller I reviewed. The buttons have this like smooth kind of like a crystal button feel, which is perfect for this controller because it's like the original Xbox. But actually I really like that on the PlayStation controller, even though the regular PlayStation buttons weren't like this. So I'm glad they did it again here. I really like these buttons. They're smooth and they press well. They're really responsive. Joysticks feel nice. They're a little bit textured. The weight is good, like very good. It feels like a legitimate product. It doesn't feel really light and cheap like some other products you see. But hey, you know, like I said, their stuff is pretty simple when you unbox it. Let's go ahead and get into some gameplay and just kind of show this thing off. Alright, so obviously, you know I had to start with Halo first, and I mean, you know, as a little refresher, I've said this in all my other videos where I test out wireless controllers. I'm in my office right now, and my console, this time being obviously the Xbox, is in the room next to me, and I have it going through a FrameMeister, going with an HDMI cable through my wall to my capture card. So everything you're seeing is actually me playing in the other room. So I've never had an issue with any Retrofighters controller doing that. So I really wanted to highlight that right now, just to show you that not only you know, anything that I say right now that you see is what's happening, but also the fact that it's happening from the other room. So you know, take that with a hey, you know, the wireless capabilities are pretty good. But you know, onto the actual controller itself. I mean, it's playing exactly how I wanted it to play. This controller is very comfortable, just like all of their kind of controllers that are based off of this kind of shell type, and I like to call it the 360 kind of shell type, where that's kind of what they're emulating, the offset sticks with the D-pad down here. But yeah, I mean, you know, like I said, I'm starting off with Halo just because it's the quintessential Xbox game, but it's running very well. The controller feels good, feels responsive. Like I said, I'm actually in the other room right now, so even with this distance and the fact that it's going, you know, I'm not just playing it directly on my TV. I'm literally playing it from my TV to a FrameMeister, through the wall, to a capture card, from my computer to another TV. I mean, that's like input lag city, and I am not having an issue. I mean, you know, I'm not gonna say that it's like 1000% perfect, but it just kind of goes to show that, you know, this controller is not contributing much to anything adverse, we'll say. But you know, Halo is one thing, right? First-person shooter is one thing. There's two other games I really want to try with this. I always like to show off the E-pads in these scenarios. So, you know, I'm going to fill in a fighting game next. And then if you guys are paying attention to the shirt I was wearing in the intro, you definitely know what my third game is going to be. It's one of my favorite Xbox games. But I definitely want to try that one out too, because that one is a game, you know, like I like to show different genres. And I don't know what you call that one, because like it's, I mean, we'll get there when we get there, but you know, it's sports, is it like a platformer? I don't know, we'll find out. But anyway, let's go ahead and swap over to a fighting game. Hold on. I was gonna cut there, but I don't know if you can hear that, but that was the vibration. You know, I forgot to say anything about that. This controller does have wireless vibration, like legit, and if you just saw the controller going nuts, it's because here at the beginning of Halo, there's a lot of explosions and things, and I did not realize how crazy, you know, you feel it in your hand, you're so used to feeling vibration nowadays, you don't even think about it, but, you know, that was kind of funny to me. Anywho, now I'm gonna go switch to a fighting game. Okay, so I had to pick King of the Fighters 2002, because if you know, you know, if you don't know, you don't know. First off, King of the Fighters is one of the best fighting game series ever, but this is the game where they made a character who was a nod to Akira, being K9999, and they did not like that, so they had to take him out. If you've played the newest King of the Fighters, I'm wanting to say, they made a character, they basically kind of brought him back, which is kind of cool. You know, they changed him up a little bit, but also in future games, namely Ultimate Match, I think it's 2002 Ultimate Match, they brought him back as a character named, I believe, Nameless. But either way, I just had to do this because this is one of my favorite kind of characters, one of my favorite fighting games. But I'm just in training mode just to show how it's going. But I mean, you know, this is where I'm going to be testing out the D-pad. So, granted, this isn't probably the best character to test the D-pad with. But so far, so good. I mean, it feels right. Let me get some special bar. I want to say he's like that. I don't know what character he is. No, it's been so long. Oh, he's like Ruble? Geese. Why do I do this to myself? I have not played this character in so long. I could check the skill list. So I'm just gonna go easy mode. I'm going to pick a character that I know quite well. So this character kind of does a lot of things. A lot of Ryu style moves, but also changes things. So good test of what you want to be able to do. And it looks like I can do it all. So special, and yeah. So I usually strictly use D-pads for fighting games, and this one works pretty well. I will say right now. I mean, I like to use fight sticks as well, but I'm using D-pad. And I mean, I didn't, you know, choose the difficulty or anything. I just the default, you know, go to normal, you know, fighting game, you know, mode versus 3 on 3. But so I haven't played this game in a while too, so don't judge me on my skill. But the controller itself works very fine for burn out, man. It works very fine for this, and you know, it's actually a trip down memory lane. I understand why this game isn't ported to Mini or anything, but that is a bummer because it's really good. Anyway, without fucking King, that's not Billy King. I'm done showing you how bad I am at this. Long story short, D-pad works really good. I really have always sucked against Billy. I also haven't played this game in a long time. A lot of excuses, whatever. Let's play the last game. The last game I really want to show off with this controller. So, for the uninitiated, this is Jet Set Radio Future. This is what we have to look forward to, and hopefully the coming soon times, because they said there's a remake and they showed some gameplay. Sad part is, I wish I could show you a different part of the game, but this is actually a new Xbox console for me, and I don't have my old save file. It's on a memory card somewhere, but I don't know where. But that said, man, so this game is great, and this is kind of what I was getting at earlier. It's like, is this a sports game? Is this a platformer? It's hard to say, because it's like, it's kind of like Tony Hawk Pro Skater in the sense that there are points and you're skating, but like there's no balance and all that. And if you've played the game, the plot is to jack up some cops and spray paint a bunch of stuff and get graffiti souls and kind of be the, you know, the biggest rep masters of the whole Tokyo Toe area. But I will say that the whole point of this video is to talk about this controller. And, you know, one thing I was a little worried about is you do have to have some pretty precise button combinations as far as, like, getting, you know, you don't want a lot of delay because you have to jump, grind, you know, keep chains going, etc. And once again, I'm in the other room right now, and even with that, no real problems. You know, I haven't, like, noticed a huge delay. The button presses feel good. The only thing I will say, and that's not the controller, it's really just me, is I'm, like, literally just coming off of beating Bomb Rush Cyberpunk, which is, like, the spiritual successor of this game. And that game, you know, obviously made, what, like 20-something years later. The controls feel a little bit tighter on that. And like I said, I'm not chalking that up to the controller. I'm chalking that up to the fact that this game is a little lot bit older than that one. I just played that one. So, you know, as far as if you want to play this classic with this controller, I mean, you can see me right now. It is going very well, very comfortable. Yeah, I'm not noticing any big, you know, lags, any frustrating, you know, button prompt shenanigans. Yeah, on the whole, this thing is pretty good. I like this controller. I'm very glad Retrofighters sent me a couple for review, so thanks again. But you know, this is definitely something worth your time, in my opinion. But you know, like I say, let me know what you guys think. I personally think this controller, like their other ones, is going to be the way that I'm going to play these consoles, especially while recording, because you know, recording with like a long corded controller from the other room is never fun. I have, you know, extenders, and that's how I've been doing it previously for other gameplay. So now that I have this option, like, this is definitely the way to do it. So yeah, I can't wait to just keep using this thing. So what'd you guys think? I mean, you know, for me, it's the same quality that I've come to expect. I love these controllers. I like everything they make. You know, I said before that previously that the PS3 controller, the PS2 controller, was personally one of my favorite controllers for that console, and I feel like I'm making that same kind of claim for this one. But let me know what you guys think below. Did you guys get these controllers? Have you tested them out? Is it something that that you are using right now? I would love to know in the comments down below. Hey, that's going to do it for us today, guys. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. If you haven't, please do. I would love to hear from you if you haven't said anything in the comments down below. But as always, my friends, take it easy.